science history, unraveling the mystery that all started with a big bang.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 best 2000s TV theme songs.
You're not the boss of me now, and you're not so big.
For this list, we'll be looking at and listening to the catchy tunes and cool instrumental tracks that were the perfect theme songs to the shows they are now forever associated with. And for those wondering about their favourite cartoon theme song, we haven't included any cartoons here, as they'll get their own list.
Call me, beat me if you wanna reach me.
After you watch the video, let us know which of these ditties is now stuck in your head for the rest of the day. Number 20, Community.
Give me some rope, time in a tree. Give me the hope to run out of steam.
Starting with episode 2, the Community opening credits included the folded paper fortune teller and the song At Least It Was Here by the band The 88. The song did cause a little controversy due to the darkness of some of the lyrics, such as "We could be roped up, tied up, dead in a year." However, most of the controversy came from fans mishearing the first few lyrics of the theme as "Give me some rope, tie me to a tree," which seems overly harsh, even for community college. In actuality, the lyrics are "Give me some rope, tie me to dream." Lyrics aside, the melody in particular captures that community college spirit.
I'll find some happy in my happy place.
Abbott's Happy Community College show is filmed before a live audience inside of my head.
Number 19, Reba.
Who I am is who I wanna be. I'm a survivor.
When the star of your sitcom is Reba McEntire, she better be the one singing your theme song. The song I'm a Survivor was written by Shelby Kennedy and Philip White, with the titular Ms. McEntire naturally performing. Actually, the song was originally recorded for and released on McEntire's 2001 compilation album, Greatest Hits Volume 3, I'm a Survivor.
A single mom who works 2 jobs, who loves her kids and never stops.
The song is a slow country ballad, but for the show's theme, they sped it up a little and made it more of a pop country tune.
Single mom who works too hard, who loves her kids and never stops.
It's about a premature baby who grows up and becomes a single mum. And for the theme song, they focused on the single parent lyrics, as that matched the character Reba played on the show.
I'm a survivor.
Number 18, 2.5 Men.
Men, manly men, manly men.
The 2.5 Men theme song isn't the most lyrically complex tune. It actually only features 2 simple words, man and manly. But it's pretty darn catchy. The Manly Man ditty was composed by Chuck Lorre, Lee Aronson and Grant Geisman. And if you're asking yourself, what business does big-time TV producer Chuck Lorre have composing theme songs? Well, you might be surprised to learn that it was Lorre who created one of Sheldon Cooper's 2 favourite cartoon themes, the iconic track for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
And Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, heroes in a half shell, turtle power.
Number 17, Curb Your Enthusiasm. The instrumental theme Frolic has become so associated with Curb Your Enthusiasm that it might surprise you to learn that it wasn't written for the show. In fact, it was written over 25 years before Curb premiered on HBO. The theme was written by Italian composer Luciano Meccolini for a 1974 Italian film La Bellissima Estate. But that isn't how Larry David found it.
Music to my ears.
As he told James Andrew Miller, he actually heard it in the background of a bank commercial, and he found it to have a circusy sound that tells the audience, don't take this seriously, it's just funny.
I'll take it from here.
Get back here, Larry. Get back here.
Number 16, Parks and Recreation. They say you shouldn't procrastinate, but sometimes waiting until the last minute pays off, as was the case with the Parks and Recreation theme song. With under 3 weeks to go before the show was to premiere on NBC, they still had no opening music. So they sent out a mass email to composers asking for submissions, with the winner to receive $7,500. And it worked! The producers wanted a theme song that people would associate with the characters and the show, and that's exactly what they got with this peppy instrumental track. It's like a marching band in a small town parade, and it's impossible not to think of Pawnee and its people when you hear it. Number 15, Scrubs.
I can't do this all on my own. No, I know I'm no Superman.
The idea that doctors are superheroes, but the interns aren't quite there yet, is perfectly expressed in the Scrubs theme song Superman by the band Laszlo Bain.
But I can't do this all on my own. No, I know I'm no Superman.
However, the song wasn't written with the show in mind, as it first appeared on the soundtrack to the film The Tao of Steve. It was Scrubs star Zach Braff who heard the song and brought it to the executive producer as a possible opening theme. The song then appeared on the band's second album in 2002, and it was Braff who directed the music video.
I'm no Superman. That's right.
Number 14, 30 Rock. While there are those who might not think it's a great idea to work with your significant other, thankfully not everyone feels that way. Especially Tina Fey, whose husband Jeff Richmond was a producer on 30 Rock, as well as the guy who composed that awesome opening theme, and most of the incidental music in the show. The upbeat and jazzy opening instrumental fits the show's energy and gets you ready for the barrage of jokes that each episode is going to throw at you.
Why though do a 30 Rock live show? Why 30 Rock live? Because this is my gift to you, our audience.
And it was even nominated for an Emmy for Outstanding Main Title Theme Music. Number 13, Hannah Montana. In Hannah Montana, Miley Cyrus plays Miley Stewart, a girl living a double life as a regular teenager and, when she puts on her wig, pop sensation Hannah Montana. The show's theme song, The Best of Both Worlds, was written for the show and speaks specifically to that main storyline.
You get the best of both worlds. Chill it out, take it slow, then you rock out the show.
The song is performed in the opening credits by Miley as Hannah Montana and was one of only 2 TV theme songs of the entire decade of the 2000s to chart on the Billboard Hot 100, with the iCarly theme being the other, climbing as high as 92.
You get the best of both worlds. Mix it all together and you know that it's the best of both worlds.
Number 12, Survivor. probably all wondering why they didn't use Survivor by Destiny's Child as the show's theme song, right?
I'm a survivor, I'm not gonna give up, I'm not gonna stop, I'm gonna work harder.
Well, we can only assume it's because that song was released a year after the show premiered, and by then they were committed to the Ancient Voices theme by composer Russ Landau. As they should have been, given that it's truly one of the best themes on television. We also really like how the standard theme is adjusted slightly for every season to fit with the location of that season's competition, like the use of a didgeridoo for Survivor the Australian Outback. Number 11, The Office. Do you remember that show LAX? Well, if you don't worry about it. It was a mediocre drama starring Heather Locklear and Blair Underwood that lasted just one season in 2004. However, we should all be thankful it aired at all, because if it hadn't, we never would have gotten the awesome theme song for The Office. You see, initially, showrunner Greg Daniels wanted to use Mr. Blue Sky by ELO as the show's opening track.
Sun is shining in the sky. There ain't a cloud in sight.
But LAX hit the airwaves prior to The Office, and they were using Mr. Blue Sky, which meant Daniels had to find something else. And that's when he hired composer James Ferguson to write the theme, which was recorded just a week before the show premiered. Number 10, Friday Night Lights. Although Friday Night Lights was a show about high school kids, it didn't feel like your typical teen TV show. The documentary filming style gave the series a more mature, less glossy appeal that felt more like an adult drama. An appeal that was even reflected in the opening credits and instrumental theme song composed by W.G. Snuffy Walden. And if that name sounds familiar, it might be because Walden is also responsible for composing the theme music for the great adult drama, The West Wing. Another one that would probably have been on this list had it not premiered in 1999. Number 9, Gilmore Girls.
If you're out on the road, feeling lonely and so cold.
While the Gilmore Girls theme song wasn't written specifically for the show, the version that plays during the opening credits was. The song is an updated version of Carole King's Where You Lead, which appeared on her mega-selling 1971 album Tapestry. For the show, King recorded a new version of the song with her daughter, which obviously fits wonderfully into the whole mother-daughter thing which Gilmore Girls is all about.
If you need me to be with you, I will follow.
King had actually stopped singing the song live because she saw it being interpreted as a woman singing to a man, which didn't sit well with her. However, with the Gilmore Girls, the song got a new life, and as her daughter said, a deeper meaning of love between a mother and her child.
If you need me to be with you, I will follow where you lead.
Number 8, The Wire. Although The Wire only garnered average ratings during its 5-season run, the show has since gained much critical acclaim and regularly finds itself listed among the top television shows of all time. And as more and more people have found the show since it ended its run in 2008, the appreciation for its opening theme song has also grown.
When you walk through the
The song Way Down in the Hole was written by Tom Waits, and if you want to hear his version, it can be found playing over the Season 2 opening credits.
You gotta keep the devil way down in the hole.
Each season employs a different version of the song by a different artist. This fits perfectly with how the show is structured, as each season focuses on law enforcement's connection to different urban institutions.
Gotta keep a devil way down in a hole.
Number 7. House. While many people watching The Wire probably weren't familiar with the Tom Waits song prior to hearing it in the opening credits, that might not be true of those who tuned in each week to watch House, especially if they lived in the UK, where the song Teardrop by Massive Attack reached as high as number 10 on the charts. It also featured one of the great music videos of the late 90s, with a singing fetus in utero. The music and the main title design play very well together, and the song was also used partly because of how the tempo sounds somewhat like a beating heart, which obviously makes sense for a medical drama. Number 6, That's So Raven.
Let's go. If you could gaze into the future.
What we have here with That's So Raven is yet another example of a show's star singing the show's theme song. And while it might seem a little out of place for those who just remember Raven-Symoné as Olivia on The Cosby Show, she's actually been singing since the age of 7 and had released 2 studio albums by the time That's So Raven premiered in 2003. Along with Raven, 2 other actors from the show, Annalisa Vanderpool and Orlando Brown, sing in the chorus and rap in the song, respectively.
And everything's gonna change now.
Number 5, The Big Bang Theory.
Our whole universe was in a hot, dense state that nearly 14 billion years ago expansion started. Wait.
Given the popularity of The Big Bang Theory, the theme song by Bare Naked Ladies has become one of the most recognizable TV tunes of the 21st century. But the series of events that led to the creation of the song, unofficially titled History of Everything, shows us how close it was to never happening. Bare Naked Ladies are known for improvising during their live shows. Well, one night during a concert in Los Angeles, lead singer Ed Robertson, having recently read a non-fiction book called Big Bang, improvised a rap about the origins of the universe. And guess who was in the audience that night? That's right, the Big Bang Theory creators Chuck Lorre and Bill Prady. They called Robertson soon after that.
Einstein and astrology, it all started with the Big Bang. It all started with the Big Bang.
Number 4, The OC.
California, here we come, right back where we started from.
California by the band Phantom Planet is probably best known as the catchy indie rock theme song to the OC, but that isn't where the song made its debut. The song was one of the singles released off the band's 2002 album The Guest and made its television debut in a December 2002 episode of the short-lived series Fast Lane.
We've been on the run, driving in the sun, looking out for number one. California, here we come.
In fact, the OC wasn't even the first OC that the song featured in, as it can also be found on the soundtrack to the 2002 film Orange County. With all that being said, for most of us, the song will always be associated with Ryan Atwood and his time in Southern California. Number 3, Malcolm in the Middle.
Yes, no, maybe. I don't know. Can you repeat the question?
There are probably many of you out there who assume that Boss of Me was an older They Might Be Giants song that Malcolm in the Middle decided to use as their theme song. So it may surprise you to learn that the band actually wrote the song for the show.
You're not the boss of me now. You're not the boss of me now. You're not the boss of me now. And you're not so big.
And what a great song it is! Not to mention how it fits the fun and chaotic tenor of the show almost perfectly. And the Grammy committee agreed, having given them the award for Best Song Written for a Motion Picture, Television or Other Visual Media in 2002.
You're not the boss of me now. And you're not so big.
The song even charted in multiple countries, including reaching 21 in the UK, which is still the band's second highest charting single ever over there.
Life is unfair.
Number 2, Mad Men. The story behind the iconic Mad Men theme song begins with Beck saying no. Show creator Matthew Weiner initially wanted to use a Beck song for the opening credits, but the man who gave us Odelay said no.
Got a devil's haircut in my mind.
So Weiner needed to find something else, and he found it while driving and listening to NPR. There was an instrumental track that played going from one story to another, and when Weiner heard it, he knew that was it. What he didn't know was that it was an instrumental version of a rap song by AC Alone with music by DJ RJD2.
A beautiful mind, turn water into wine, but that's not all. Broke the water, shine through, shaped the earth, created the code of life, radiated with energy, the great boat of life.
The producers got the track, took out the rapping, rearranged the music, and gave us one of the best theme songs of the 2000s.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, One Tree Hill.
I don't wanna be anything other than what I've been trying to be lately.
Gavin DeGraw wrote I Don't Want to Be for his 2003 debut album Chariot. But the song really found success after it became the opening theme for the WB's One Tree Hill later that same year.
I don't wanna be anything other than what I've been trying to be lately.
Leading to it becoming a hit on the radio and reaching number 10 on the US charts and eventually hitting certified gold status. The song was so popular that when it was removed from the opening at the start of season 5, the backlash from fans led them to bring it back in season 8, then sung by a different artist each week.
All I have
to do is seek your meaning, have peace of mind. I don't wanna be anything other than me.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.